This dish I'm going to do today comes from a hawker market in Malacca in Malaysia. It is laksa, originating in the Peranakan culture in Malaysia. It's basically a one pot of gorgeous, beautiful coconut and stock broth, served with chili and lemongrass, and then any other protein you want, plus some vermicelli noodles. You've got this wonderful perfumed moment, and the perfume comes from three main ingredients: lemongrass, galangal, and coriander. You can imagine just spraying them over your body when you're going to go on a night out. It is so easy to make. So this flavour we need to combine 3 cloves of garlic and just crush these down. Now, I'm not going to be too finicky about the chop on this because you almost want to feel every single bit of the food. Next thing, about an inch of ginger. Okay, so that's our ginger and that's our garlic. Next, we're gonna go for galangal. So galangal is from the ginger family, and it's basically like a weaker cousin of ginger. Ginger's like the big, strong, dominant protector, and galangal's the one that hides behind the crowd. Okay, I am gonna put in quite a lot of chili, but you need to moderate this dish as much as you like. So I'm going to use 2 chilies in this dish, and then I'm going to slice 1 in half later on and leave it over the top, almost like the most gorgeous finale to the best opera you've ever heard. Lemongrass. It's beautiful and fragrant and gorgeous. This one's going to go in, just bruise and hold, whack it in. Right, wok on. So we're going to go in. We don't want to terrify our 3 degrees. So, oh, here we go. Garlic, ginger, and chili, all at the same time. I love clearing down the board. We're gonna give that a nice little stir around, about 30 seconds, okay? The chili is now starting to color the oil, which I know this is pathetic, but it gets me very excited when I see it. I love color. To complete the flavor base, throw in a heaped teaspoon of galangal and the finely chopped lemongrass. You wanna get that in as early as you possibly can because it needs time to cook. I like this dish. It's easy. And food for me is about going back on holiday. It's about traveling again. And I may not be in Malacca right now, but I can have a bit of Malacca in my wok. Now for these wonder dry spices. 1 heaped teaspoon of medium curry powder and another of turmeric and fresh kaffir lime leaves, but dried will also work. I want to start now balancing some of those flavors. The sweetness that comes out of these tomatoes, what it's going to do is it's going to then balance all of that with a freshness to the dish. Right, so our tomatoes now go in. If that isn't just the best thing, I mean, that is just the most beautiful colors. This is an outfit for me. Okay, so now I'm not drinking alcohol. This is actually a chicken stock in a can. And we're gonna go all the way around our wok because we've now got beautiful residue and crispy bits. When the soup is boiling, add in the main star, a whole tin of full-fat coconut milk. What a gorgeous color. I'm going to add salty fish sauce and a little bit of sugar for sweetness. Throw in the lemongrass and some fresh coriander. And I saw them do this in a hawker market in Malaysia, and I was fascinated by it. I thought, I have to make that. Okay, so this is now in the most perfect soup condition. We're going to add in our proteins, a massive chunk of fish. I'm leaving the skin on because the skin will act as a way of keeping the flesh together. And you want these to be substantial. You want them to hold their own. Okay, so our salmon's going in. We're going to drop it in. We're not going to move this around too much because we don't want to break up the fish. We want it to stay whole. Finally, the fresh prawns. And now I'm going to add in my noodles. So historically, laksa always has vermicelli, which is a rice noodle, and they're going to take on that color straight away. Look at that! There we go, 20 minutes to prep, 20 minutes to cook, probably about a minute to eat. It's delicious.